Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to London Stansted Airport. Gosh, it's been too long since I last went international. And today, taking flights from here in London Stansted over to Tenerife itself. So, quite a long flight today. Well, I say long flight. It's about 4.5 hours from here to Tenerife. Tenerife being the Spanish island just off the coast of Morocco, near Africa. And I'm excited because our flight today, Ryanair 8166. Taking flights on a Boeing 737 MAX, or as a Ryanair random, the 8200. So very excited for this one. I've not been abroad now in. So I went to Berlin on a day trip in October 2020, which started after the first lockdown ended and things relaxed a little. Before that, last time I really went to Europe, kind of on a multi-day trip, was probably February 2020. So almost 2 years to the day since last went abroad properly. And I'm excited. I mean, I've not really been to Spain before as well. I've been to Bilbao, which is kind of north coast. Apart from that, I've not really gone abroad too much in Spain, so chance to explore. Fair enough, Tenerife, maybe not the best kind of. I mean, places like Barcelona, Madrid. Well, to be fair, you think about Spain as well. It really is just like 5 or 6 separate countries grouped together to create one nation, which may or may not always go hand in hand, but it is exciting. And yes, so I think my first flight abroad in the first couple of years. Fingers crossed, all goes to plan. I've done all the paperwork, I've done the health checks, done the COVID certificate and all that, so fingers crossed, should be pretty smooth from there. So I'm in departure now at Stansted, which is, well, slowly being rebuilt, and yeah, it's nice to be back at what is probably my most frequently served airport. So I'll see you in a bit. Let's see how the flight goes, I guess.
If it ain't us holding someone up, someone else will. So shut up.
Hello from the editing seats. I'm sorry the quality of takeoff isn't great, low light levels and all that, unfortunately does leave us a bit of a blur. However, we are departing in the early hours of the morning, and I can't really change that. This does, however, give us an absolutely gorgeous sunrise, something you wouldn't see on the 3 PM departure now, would you? Legroom on this flight really wasn't that bad. Well, apart from the legroom thief that sat next to me. You can really see what goes through my head during these longer flights. playing with the interestingly designed blower and light buttons. Overall, the seat wasn't that bad, it does get a good thumbs up. Later on into the flight, we did experience some turbulence, which was a little something to make the over 4-hour flight a bit more interesting. There off in the distance, you can begin to see the start of Canary Islands. As we start our descent into the Canaries, we are presented with some beautiful views of the islands on approach.
Can you not do that?
As we make our way to the arrivals area, we get to see some other aircraft on the way. Hello Jet2, I'll be seeing you in a couple of days. Another very interesting part of this airport was the anthology map of Lidl. Every single Lidl store right on the island here for all to see.
So there we have it, welcome to Tenerife. Got to say, flight overall, rather good. Really enjoyed that. Flying the 737 8200, not a max. No, what can you say? I mean, for me, the 73 MAX series is not an aircraft I've got too much of an issue with. Yes, it had a very shaky start to life, and a lot of tragedy around it as well. I mean, a lot of people, unfortunately, were killed as a result of the two accidents. A lot of families suffered as a result. But, I mean, like you say, the aircraft was grounded for 2 years. A lot of scrutiny on the international scene as well. I mean, the 737 MAX, got to remember, yes, 2 planes crashed. You can't take that away from it. 2 planes crashed, a lot of people hurt from it. But it still had tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of successful flights now. And with the whole MCAS adjustments, tweaks and shutdown, the aircraft is now one of the most scrutinised in service to this day. And so, yes, a lot of people say, oh, they refuse to fly it and never fly it. But for me, it's now no difference to any other aircraft flying in the sky right now. The MAX 200, however, I mean, it's basically a MAX 8, so 737-800 with the new engines and winglets and screens in the cockpit. Essentially, what they've done with Ryanair is they've given them a more compact interior. So instead of the standard 189 passenger seating layout, Boeing has stretched out to 190, I want to say 193 or 197, I can't remember exactly which number it is. But essentially, as a result, with the heavier, well, with more passenger load on board, more passengers, you need more exits in the case of emergency. So as a result, on the 73 MAX 200, you have a A321 style kind of 2 doors just behind the wing, which are definitely noticeable in the aircraft. So as a result, yes, you're flying on essentially an 800 frame, but on a more heavier aircraft. So I'm sure you feel it as a pilot, but as a passenger, you definitely feel the weight difference, especially when the flaps are in operation, when gear drop. The aircraft weight distribution's all over the place. Well, I say all over the place. Certainly compared to an NG, it's certainly a heavier aircraft, so it's an experience. I mean, I'm so used to flying the 800 now of Ryanair. I think in the last, before COVID struck, the last 2 years kind of before that, so 2018, 2019, what was it, 47 flights with Ryanair on 737-800. So I'm used to the NG feeling. That this one, you do feel the weight of it. You do feel the weight of it. And again, with the extra passenger load, so you've got extra passenger load, extra crew, you're holding about 200 and maybe 203, 204 people on that flight. You do feel it, so certainly one to
one to experience. I do recommend it. Like I say, for me personally, I've got no gripe with the Max. It had a shaky start to life, do not deny that one bit, but it has had enough scrutiny now where it is certainly a viable aircraft to fly. As for me now, I've got a few days in Tenerife. I am waiting to bus now to Los Cristianos. That'll be the 111, which will be somewhere over there. I'll go back in a minute. But I'm off Los Cristianos. I've got a few days, and then a couple of days back to Stansted with Jet 2. Until then, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do subscribe. If you haven't already, do leave a like as well. And yeah, I guess I'm on holiday now. Take care and have a good one. Bye bye.